guys, Grace and Speed would know this. Kane and I caught up at the start of this year, and we had the best, most invigorating, it's going to be a big year. This is what we're going to be doing. Let's do some of this stuff. Let's do some training, teaching. Let's do some. It was like this really good vibe off the back of it. And it was like 2 weeks later, we were in lockdown. But for me personally, I do a lot of stuff in events as well. I marry people. Weddings are gone. Events are gone. And events, let's be honest, events aren't coming back in a hurry. It's not like, this thing is going to end and people are going to start throwing 1,000-person, conferences and, whatnot. And weddings probably, even the start of next year, I'm not sure whether weddings, no one wants to have a wedding in a mask. No one wants to have a wedding with social distancing where you can't have a dance floor. So it's certainly decimated the industry. There's a bit of a pivot, as I'm sure you guys have all seen. Grace, you've seen that with the show that you did. There's stuff online, obviously. Everyone's going online. It's where it is. And Scotty, you were kind of ahead of the game anyway with that stuff. But it's a really interesting time for the media industry with COVID, what you can and can't do on shoots, what people are digesting and how much they want to watch of it. So the next 6 months, and then of course we've got the bloody government who just have no support at all of the arts. They don't get that. Just do not give a crap of what we do. So it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, well, I'm about to jump over to LA because they're opening up the studios over there because they're just bigger studios. We can't actually go back to 30 Rock here. Our studio's too small. We can't have a crew in there plus hosts sitting 6 feet apart and get the angles with the cameras. Not to mention, we're only 2 months on air, and then we've been in COVID the whole time. So I've been doing I've actually spent more time now on LA shows than I have on New York shows. Our New York show's got about a week or two ago. So they've been axed, both E! News and Pop of the Morning. So jumping over there. But to say that, Shura,
how do you feel about that, mate?
Oh, it's a pivot moment. It's I'm still getting paid by network guys. So for me, looking at all my friends in the arts and the industry, super blessed always. So for me right now, it's I have no problems at all. It's watching. I always want to end up back in Australia. My home is Australia. I love, and to be honest, we've got so much more talent at home with our smaller crews than here on the restrictions. You all know about that, how they're so unionized, and it's like this guy moves a chair, this guy does this. I was blown away to get here and go, what I've been doing at home, I thought, into the big leagues here, and it is the big leagues. They've got more money, they've got bigger audiences, but our talent back at home is ridiculous. And so for me now, I go on TV tonight every day, I refresh it, watching what's happening. For you guys, it's really messed up. But I feel like it's almost everyone's been knocked down, but we're going to come out of this and there's going to be this need for so much content and not stuff that we're doing at home right now on webcams. There's going to be a need for I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities whenever it finally ends. Will it be on network TV? Probably not. Will it be on streaming services? I know for a fact that Netflix is expanding at the moment in Australia and looking for more content there. So you've got to, you hear all these really successful business people saying a recession, do not just sit it out and wait it out. This is the time when you can find new opportunities. And so I think everyone's got to be hustling away because you guys, we're all born with a hustle in our industry.
Yeah. It's an interesting point that you make, Scott, because we say that there's going to be a real need for content, although expenditure or buying that content has completely changed. So, for instance, an article just came out that commercial channels in Australia will be spending 161 million less or 51% less on Australian content, documentary, kids TV, drama, than they have in any other year. So, yes, there is going to be a need for content, but nobody wants to pay for it.
All the radio stations are cutting all their shows. Grace, I reckon you could do a great show about how to take a good passport photo. Just in that position you're in now.
That's to me. I already have my white wall and everything.
Don't smile. You can't smile in a passport photo. Great. Yeah, thank you. That's better. Yeah, that's